In this day of short attention spans and social media posts and 30-second reels, where all that has become a norm for consuming content, if you think newsletters are boring, think again. I myself am subscribed to a bunch of different newsletters and I always look forward to receiving them and reading them. There's a lot of thought and curation that goes into it, and there's a feeling of personal connection that comes with reading somebody's newsletter. You have no idea how enjoyable they can be. Why don't you start with my newsletter, The Feel Good Tribe? It's a free newsletter that I send out once or twice a month. Go to my website veganosaurus.com/newsletter. The link is in the show notes. On that page, you'll see exactly what to expect. It would be so lovely to have you on the tribe. Now, on to today's episode. There's some kind of construction happening at a property behind our house. Since the morning, there's been this huge digger making a racket. It's been going grung, 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 clearing debris and digging through the land. God knows what it's doing. It's not a very clear view. It's actually nice to watch though. It's been digging away, chugging on at its work. Just dig, 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 move, move, move. And that's it. That's all it's doing. Must be a very meditative experience running that thing. If I had any kids, I'd have put them at a window to watch the digger. I'm sure that would have filled up a lot of entertaining hours without any screen time. As lovely as it is to watch, it's not pleasant to listen to because it creates quite a racket. But right now, the noise seems to have stopped. I'm assuming it's their lunch break. So I quickly came here to record of this episode. Before I started podcasting, I'd imagined it to be this very complicated process involving a lot of specialized equipment. It seems to appear that way, especially when you watch photographs that podcasters post in a lot of places. There's this huge mic and these earphones and many times in a studio setup. But I soon discovered that you don't need any of that stuff to begin podcasting. I use my normal iPhone earphones as the mic, and then I shut my bedroom door, sit on the bed, and record most of my episodes. It's as simple as that. Yes, it needs a little bit of post-processing, a little bit of cleaning out, so, background noise is cut off and all that. But really, that part isn't the hardest part of the podcast editing process. Often in life, this happens, right? We want to start something, we don't know much about it, and then we imagine we need all kinds of things before we begin. We think we need certain things to be in place, and only then can we do a good job of whatever it is we want to start. But funnily enough, most things are simple. You just take what you have, make use of what is already available to you, the tools at your disposal, the space, the time, whatever you have, and then you just begin. That's it. And then you just chug along, one thing after another, however much you can do with whatever time that you have, whatever things you have at your disposal. And this, my friends, is the greatest secret to being consistently productive. You just make do with what you have and you keep at it. Simple as that. Productivity can be a gentle, easy, simple process. But when we think we need certain things to be put in place before we are productive, we use that as an excuse to procrastinate, to not get things done. And when we dig deeper, we see that the fears for us to start lie somewhere else. Sometimes it's just pure laziness, yes, but often it's a fear of being good enough, fear of starting, fear of being creative, for many other reasons. When we get this excuse of I don't have the right or the best tools and techniques and things available for me, that's why I'm not starting off. When we get rid of that excuse, then the deeper layers get exposed. We start to see the real reasons why we aren't starting things, why we aren't doing the things that we really want to do, the things that give us fulfillment and joy, the creative endeavors we want to take. One by one, as you peel those layers of excuses and fears, you will have nothing left to stop you from going forward. No resistance. So I'd like you to think of something you've been wanting to start for a long time, and you've been putting it off because you feel like, okay, you need to buy some stuff, or you need to have a certain setup in your house, or you need to make time for it, blah, blah, blah. And then honestly ask yourself, what do I have at my disposal right this very moment? In my home, in my grasp, around me, available, that I can just make use of to do this thing, to pursue this endeavor, this creativity, this art, this project that I've been wanting to pursue. And then just start. Try it. Only when you try it will you realize what you need, what you don't need. And often we overestimate what we need and underestimate the value of what we already have and how they can be used in what we want to do. And if you look, if you have patience, if you have faith and trust, and if you take that step, then the universe also will support you. Like today, I knew that today was the day to record my podcast episode, but there was this noise from the morning. I thought, okay, let me just set everything up. Let me just start. I figured if that noise persists, I can just see how I could possibly edit it out or make the audio quality better later on. But I need to start recording. And it was so funny. I sat on my bed, opened out my computer, plugged the mic in, opened my Audacity app on which I do the recording, and suddenly silence at the back. Listen. No noise. No noise of the digger. And I'm like, yay, okay, I get to record this. And that acted as an inspiration for the episode because I didn't really have a specific topic in mind when I sat down. Most of my episodes are like that. Yes, sometimes I get ideas, I note them down and keep them and use them later on recording days. But many times I just sit down to record and then, center myself, bring myself to the present moment, breathe in, connect to the universe, my higher self, and I just channel. Today also I did not have a specific topic in mind, but the silence inspired this episode. And that's it. That's all I wanted to share today. Something for you to contemplate on. Where are you making up all these rules that don't exist? I need this, I need that. All these dependencies and hooks that you don't really need to create before you start something, before you do something that could give you joy and a sense of creativity and fulfillment. All right, that's it for today. Talk to you again next week. Take care. you so much for listening to this episode of The Feel Good Factor. I'm Susmita Veganosaurus, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again very soon. Bye!